the create function check salary employee number p dot employee number. It is retrieve a record that runtime you are passing a employee ID. Excuse me. So when you pass the employee ID, that is retrieve the employee ID and retrieve a record. Which record it is retrieve? It is retrieve the department ID, salary, and average salary of that particular employee. So begin, select salary into department ID into V salary, V department from employee, where employee ID equals to B dot employee number. So how you execute? The begin DBMS output checking for employee ID with 205. If you pass the employee ID with 205, if check salary is null, means if your employee ID is not present, then it is showing you the function return with null due to an exception. If the employee ID that you are passing, if it is greater than 205, if it is greater than 205, then it is showing you salary is greater than average salary. So these are the function with parameter we are passing. Okay, so next we move to next chapter. Next is book 2. Creating a layered subprogram design. Create a subprogram layer for your application. Data access subprogram layer with SQL logic. Business logic subprogram layer which may or may not use the data access layer. Next is creating a layered subprogram designing. Data access layer. Another is business logic layer. It is a for subroutine to access a data by using SQL statement. So when you pass the select statement, then update statement, so that information is stored in the data access layer. Another is business logic layer, which is validating that the query that you are passing it is a correct or not. It is called as the your what business logic layer, which is validating that you are the correct user or not. Because of this subprogram in an anonymous log, you are writing the code or you are writing the SQL statement. After writing the SQL statement, then when you require that kind of result, then you again write the code from the beginning. But if you store your program in the form of modules or functions, so you divide your program into a smaller one, and there is no need to execute that program again and again. Okay, so there is no need to execute that program again and again, as because it is pre-compiled, it is already compiled, and it store in a database object. When there is a requirement, you just call it or you just execute it. Compilation is happen only one time. But in the anonymous plug, every time you require the result, then every time you have to compile it. Modularization convert a large block of code into a smaller group of code called modules. After modularization, the module can be reused by the same program or share with the other program. It is easier to maintain the debug code that comprises smaller module than it is maintained to the code in a single large program. Modules can be easily extended customization by incorporating the functionality if required without affecting the remaining module of the program. Subprogram provide easy maintenance because the code is located in one place, and any modification is required to that subprogram can therefore be performed in this single location. Okay, in anonymous block, what happened? You are writing a code, everything is written in a one block. So if there is a requirement of a changes, then you have to go from the beginning, one by one, one by one. Suppose you are storing that program. Suppose in an anonymous block you are writing the PLSQL code for subtraction, multiplication, division. So if there is a problem in the what division part, you go through the from the beginning. But if you store that thing in the form of a module, then there is no requirement. There is no requirement. What you go to the from the beginning. So where there is a problem, you are going to that particular module. Suppose you found that there is a problem in a addition part, so you are going to the addition part structure. So there is no need to go for a division part or subtraction part or multiplication part. It is helping you that you have to maintain easily or easier your program. Subprogram provide improved data integrity. It is providing you integrity and security. The data object are accessed through the subprogram, and user can invoke the subprogram only if the appropriate access privileges is granted. So if the privileges is granted, appropriate privileges is granted, then user can easily access it. So if you have the rights, then you get that module. If you are not having rights, so you are not accessing that module. So you can giving a integrity or security to your modules. Anonymous block form the basic PLSQL block structure. It initiates PLSQL processing tags from application. It can be nested within the executable section of any PLSQL block. So in a PLSQL block, you can include the another PLSQL block. Anonymous blocks are typically used for writing the trigger code or Oracle form component. Okay, trigger code that we discussed in the last part. Initiating call to the procedure, function, and package construct. Isolating exception handling within the block of code. We can handle the exception handling part. Nesting inside the PLSQL block for managing the code flow control. You can manage the code flow control here. Okay, so anonymous block is called as the word. It is a block that every time you have to write. You are writing the code. If you log out from the ID and you want to get the same result, then again you can pass this ID. Okay, again you have to write it. So that is the call of what? Your anonymous block. PLSQL runtime architecture were already covered. What are the PLSQL subprogram? A PLSQL subprogram is a named PLSQL block. So that can be called within the set of parameter. Okay, so it is called within the set of parameter. You can define the subprogram within the PLSQL block or another subprogram. Subprogram parts. Subprogram consists of a specification where you define the subprogram, and you must provide the specification which include the description of any parameter. To define the subprogram, you must provide both specification and body. You can either declare a subprogram first and define it later in the same block or subprogram. Subprogram type. The PLSQL has two type of subprogram, procedure and function. Typically, you can use a procedure to perform an action and a function to compute and return a value. A procedure and function have the same structure except that only the function has some additional item such as return clause and return statement. A subprogram is used to return a statement. The return clause specifies the data type of the return value. The return statement specifies the return value. Function are covered in more detail in another chapter. Okay, so subprogram it is maybe a procedure or it may be a function. When it is a procedure it doesn't return any value. So when it is a function, it is returning you the value. So that is the work of your subprogram. Benefit of subprogram: easy maintenance. It is released because subprogram are located at one place. Subprogram are present at one place. Modification need to done in only one place. After multiple application are minimize excessive testing. So it is if you want to do any kind of modification, this happen at one place. Improve data security. It can be achieved by controlling the indirect access to the database object, improving the non-privileges user with security privileges. So non-security, where if the person is not having any kind of privileges, they cannot access the function. This subprogram are default executed with definer rights. Data integrity is managed by having related action performed together, not at all. Okay, so you can restrict your information that all the non-authorized person cannot retrieve your information from here. Improve performance, it can be released from the reuse purged PL/SQL code that become available in the share SQL area of the server. Subsequent call to the subprogram avoid purging the code again, because once you purged or once you compiled, it is stored in a share area. So when there is a requirement, then there is no need to what, to call the function again. So that's why what, this improve the security, improve the performance. Once it is called, when there is a requirement, every time you have to just call it. One time execution is happened. Improve data clarity. It can attended by using appropriate names and convention to describe the action of routine, thereby reducing the need for comment, enhancing. So your code is what, clearly written. So you are defining a function, suppose add. So anybody can understand that this function or procedure, it is basically, it is used for adding, subtracting, or get employee detail. We are defining a procedure or function. So people will understand that this function or procedure is used for retrieve the information from the employee. So in that cases, what happened, there is no need to define any kind of comment line here. So comment line is reduced when you are using this what, subprogram and function. The comment is removed from you. Okay. Next class we cover from to this. Okay. 1.1.
Thank you, sir.